The vOilah France-Singapore Festival returns this month till June, marking 60 years of diplomatic ties between France and Singapore. With over 20 programs across music, film, literature and the arts, this year's edition is especially rich. A cornerstone event is a landmark National Gallery exhibition featuring over 200 works, including stories of Asian artists like Singapore's own Georgette Chen, who found inspiration in Paris. To tell us more, I'm now honoured to welcome the French ambassador to Singapore, His Excellency Stephen Marchisio. Thank you so much for joining us, Ambassador. So this milestone, 60th anniversary, really highlights the enduring relationship, the friendship between France and Singapore, isn't it? How is this relationship reflected in the programming and community collaborations that are featured in vOilah 2025?
Well, first, thank you for your invitation. It's very kind. You know, vOilah, as you said, is the French cultural festival happening every year. So last year was kind of special because of the Olympic Games in Paris. This year, as you said, it is very special because of the 60-year anniversary of Singapore and obviously of the bilateral relationships between France and Singapore. So obviously, the festival will start, on April 23rd, will go up to June 8th, and we want to encompass all kinds of arts. Literature, music, film, obviously, performing arts, and exhibitions. And the program will be very rich, and maybe I can give you some highlights of this program. But first, let me say that our main goal for this anniversary, the 60-year anniversary, is to create bridges, to showcase the connection between our two countries and our two people. And the highlights of this program, you said it, 20 events, so, a very diverse lineup. And for instance, National Gallery, the City of Others exhibition just started, absolutely stunning. Melissa Theo, the Two Rivers exhibition that will happen on the Anderson Bridge. And, she's a Singaporean photographer, but she's been living in Paris since 2017. So, she knows us very, very well. Also, the at Alliance Française building an exposition on ocean, because this year is the year of the UN Ocean Conference to be held in Nice in France from June 9 to 13, and it is also important to raise awareness on the global issues, and obviously ocean, it is a global issues. And I want also to mention one of the most performed opera in the world, Carmen. So celebrating this year the 150 years anniversary of Carmen by the French composer Georges Bizet. And this will be two very, very specific and special nights. We will bring 3 French opera singers to Singapore to perform Carmen here in Singapore. So, this will be awesome.
Very exciting, very jam-packed lineup. And I want to talk about the Anderson Bridge deeper, more later on in the interview. But, as we celebrate this significant moment, how do you see events like vOilah creating new opportunities for partnership and strengthening the bond between France and Singapore?
Yeah, let me be a little bit more political, but, with the cultural festival, as I said, we want to raise this interconnection between our two people. This year, for the anniversary of Singapore, the French president will be in Singapore. So, above the French film, above the festival of vOilah, we will have this state visit by the French president. 2 things I want to underline. First, he will open the Shangri-La Dialogue, the Asian Security Forum in Singapore, and is the first European leader to open the Shangri-La Dialogue. So it's, in our current times, it's politically it's very significant. Also, we will upgrade our relationship between France and Singapore to what we call a comprehensive and strategic partnership. What does it mean? It means that we are going to do a lot more in all sectors. And of course, culture is a part of our plan. And, we want to, once again, to create these bridges, these links between our young generation, student exchanges and everything. And so this program this year for the 2025 anniversary, it is what we want to do.
Thank you for sharing with us, giving us a preview of the Shangri-La Dialogue. But I want to talk about the centerpiece of this year's festival, right? It is the major exhibition at the National Gallery, which showcases the stories of Asian artists in Paris. Why was it important to highlight these artists, and what can audiences expect to take away from this lesser-known cultural narrative about the intersection of East and West.
Yeah, sure. I mean, City of Others, Asian artists in Paris, as you said, it's spectacular. I've seen it very lately. The work that has been done by the curators, by the team of the National Gallery, is really impressive. The narrative of the exhibition, basically Asian artists immigrating to Paris, from 1920s to the 1914s, so between the two world wars, and discovering Paris, and somehow through their work rediscovering themselves. And you will see that through self-portraits that are displayed around the exhibition, around pieces by Cartier, by famous French designers. It's absolutely amazing. Just to mention why we are so proud of this exhibition, maybe a few names of the artists displayed in the exhibition. The Franco-Japanese Fujita painters. You mentioned Georgette Chen, obviously. The Franco-Vietnamese painter Le Faux. All these collections come from the whole Asia, from France. We have the support of almost maybe more than 10 French museums, Guimet, Pompidou, and of course Orsay Museum. So, it's very impressive. And also, let me say, the message that you get from this exhibition, it's cross-cultural exchanges. It's absolutely, you have to go.
Yeah, I'm sure I will be there for sure. We are running out of time, Ambassador, but as mentioned, we talked about the Anderson Bridge, and that's truly a first, right? Blending history, heritage, and public art. Can you tell us more about the idea behind using this iconic bridge as a canvas?
Yeah, Mélissa Théo, so she lives in Paris, so she takes pictures of Paris and of the river, the Seine in Paris, and she wanted to showcase the bridge between her, adoptive city, Paris, and her actually born city, Singapore. So she wanted to showcase a bridge between the two rivers, the Seine and Singapore River. And actually, she came to us with this idea: do the exhibition, an open exhibition on the Anderson Bridge. It's the first of its kind. 60 photographs displayed of her work on the bridge. It will be open to everybody for 1 month. Everybody has to go. This will be amazing, amazing. And we have the support of everybody. Let me say, Ministry of Culture, LTA, everybody. So thanks to them also.
Oh, that's great. The program is very rich, as you said. Yeah, very impressive lineup. All the best, Ambassador. And thank you so much for being here with us. That was France's Ambassador to Singapore, Stephen Marchisio. Now, for more information on the festival, you can go to their Instagram account, vOilah SG.